Birthday Hour, Birthday Hour Shy, Birthday Hour, Birthday Hour Shy, Birthday Hour, Birthday Hour Shy, Call Halayim Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, or call Gadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and diligently putting up videos throughout the week, feeding the sheep. This is Makwa from the Trump and VA camp, and I'm gonna get right into it. So, this is an article on Blacklisted News. It says China. It says 500 megapixel super camera identified thousands instantly. Now, we already know China is like everything that China is basically pushing. Esau is going to eventually implement here. Like from their I did a video a while back, like maybe like a couple weeks ago, on their social class system, and they're almost completely cashless, like things like that. Blacklisting people if they are not so-called good citizens. But I'm gonna go over here. It says social engineering is the planned objective of China's massive surveillance industry. See, there it is, social engineering. It says, which should be expected in a nation run by technology. This camera explodes surveillance to a new level. It says scientists have unveiled a 500 megapixel cloud camera system in China that they say is capable of capturing the facial details of each individual in a crowd of tens of thousands of people, raising fears, facial recognition, running facial recognition monitoring could soon reach a new level. The camera, which was revealed at China's International Industrial Fair last week, was designed by Funding University and Cheng Chung, that's funny, Institution of Optics, Fine Mechanics of Physics of the Chinese Academy of Science. The camera's resolution is 5 times more detailed than the human eye, and it is also equipped with artificial intelligence, facial recognition, real-time monitoring, and cloud computing technology, designers say. All this means it can detect and identify human faces or objects and instantly find specific targets, even in a crowded stadium. Whatever that guy's name is, Zhang, one of the scientists who worked on the new technology, explained to reporters at the exhibition display. He said the device, dubbed the super camera by local media, can capture both still images and recorded audio. Australian freelance technology journalist Alex Kidman said the camera was technically feasible, but there were potential difficulties. The challenge for a camera of this scope, especially in a cloud-led AI environment, is the quantity of data that's needed to shuffle around for identification. As you raise the detail level of each image, as the Funding University scientists have done, you seriously raise the size of the files, especially for video. A substantial amount, Kidman said. The serious technical challenge, leaving privacy concerns aside for a second, is in uploading that data and parsing it in a sensible time frame for the kinds of applications they're talking about, especially wirelessly. So in other words, you're going to need something super powerful, like 5G, which Huawei already has over there anyway. So it says the capacity of such a camera has also raised concerns about privacy in a country already criticized for the heavily monitoring its citizens. The party state has massive databases of people's images and the capability to connect them to their identity. So it is inconceivable that technology like this is possible. If not now, then in the future. Samantha Hoffman, an analyst at the Australian Strategic Policy Institute told the ABC. Local media reported that the camera has received a mixed response from the Chinese experts, with some lauding the invention for its military and national security applications, while others voiced privacy concerns. So this is the thing I was talk about in the beginning of the video. It says for the past few years, China has been developing a social credit system intended to be rolled out nationwide, which assess citizens and businesses by economic and social reputations. Social credit is like scorecards for each of China's 1.4 billion citizens and millions of businesses. Just this month, China announced plans to push ahead with a corporate ranking system that will affect 33 million companies. The system for citizens is designed to value and engineer better individual behavior by awarding the trustworthy and punishing the disobedient. It says top citizens can earn VIP treatment at hotels and airports and cheap loans and a fast track to the best universities and jobs. Those with lower scores can be banned from the travel or barred from getting credit or government jobs. The system is enforced by surveillance cameras equipped with facial recognition, body scanning, and geo-tracking to cast and constant gaze over citizens. The new 500 megapixel camera can make that process much more efficient. At the expo, Mr. Zhang explained that while other cameras were capable of filming thousands of people at once in a wide frame, each face is represented by only a few pixels, which means you couldn't clearly see your targeted persons at all. So in other words, depending on how many people was in a frame, you wouldn't really be able to tell who it is. And we know those mall bites all look alike, really. So it made it a little bit harder. Now with the system they're talking about, the social credit system, I did a video on it, but basically what it's going into is if is video cameras everywhere. So if they see a person jaywalking, they'll catch him and they'll send it to his because everybody's hooked up in some kind of way to the system in China. So if a person jaywalks, instead of they'll get like a ticket or something like that, maybe in the mail or email or something like that. They'll be notified right away just by facial recognition. They don't need to get hit by cameras. Like, like in the US, you can run a red light if there is no camera there. Now, it's there are corners in the hood where there's no cameras, but in here in China, there's cameras everywhere catching everything. Now, depending on if you go to a bar, they'll lower your score, or if you give donations like blood donations, they'll higher your social credit score. It's just a bunch of different things. But the point is all ran by you got people constantly checking your what you buy on your credit card, what stores you go into, your work history, this, that, and the third. But the point is they track everything. Okay. And they got a social credit system. And if you're a bad citizen, you can, like I said, just read the benefits and things like that. Let me go over here. What was that? Isaiah. This is Isaiah 14 and 13. It says, For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And we know this article is about China, but Esau ultimately is going to take over the situation. He's going to take over everything with his beast system, because he planning to have all eyes everywhere. He wants complete domination. Okay, it says, verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, and that's ultimately what they want. They want to be just like the Most High. They want to be served. They want to decide who lives, who dies. They want to make food. They want to create animals. They want to make different genders. All these different things that the Edomites are doing. It says, verse 14, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So, but at the end, they're going to be brought down. Okay. And watch this. It says, behold, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 3. It says, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee. Now, their pride had deceived them. They really believe that they're going to implement what they want to implement. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this real quick. Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So they're not going to be able to accomplish what they want to accomplish, but they're going to get close. And then Yahweh Shem Shai is going to shut it down. He set bounds that they cannot pass. It's Obadiah verse 3. It says, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, says Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. So there it is again. It's reiterating how Esau, he's so high right now, he thinks he's untouchable. He think he's up there with Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, but Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai said they're gonna be brought down. Okay? But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing the truth and sincerity, and those who putting up videos throughout the week, feeding the sheep. Adawan, Ratazah, Atham, Yakal, Shalom.